Hi, it's John Murphy from John Murphy International here. It's January and it's that time of the year when we're looking for time management tips to make sure that we become more efficient in the year ahead. And we really do seek out different time management tips. And the truth is, I'm not the biggest fan of traditional time management techniques because in truth, I believe that it's not about managing time, because we can't really manage time, but it is all about managing me and making sure that I'm doing the things that are efficient. So it's about managing myself. As you know, I'm a great believer in personal coaching, and I live by my own mantra, and I've been using the same business coach for quite a number of years now. Every year I want to improve my own performance, and engaging in executive coaching with a third party is the only way, in my view, as I believe that the challenge from a third party is what drives the behavioural change that leads to greater success. So when I came to review 2011, I undertook an exercise, which I really recommend to everyone to undertake, to determine the things that I believe wasted a lot of my time in 2011, and indeed before that, if the truth be told, and to identify the key things that I would make sure I would not repeat in the years ahead. And the four things that I've come up with that I will certainly not do in the year ahead is that, firstly, I will not behave like Pavlov's dog. When I say that, when I looked at the analysis of how I spent my time over a couple of days, again, something I'd highly recommend, but be prepared to really get a fright. I realised that every time the phone rang or the email pinged, it distracted me from what I was doing, and certainly approximately about 75% of the time, I actually either took the call or had a look at the email. What a waste of time. I realised that I was now adhering to other people's priorities, not my own. So now what I do is that I set out blocks of time for phone calls and emails, and guess what? I've missed nothing important and nothing urgent. The other thing that I have decided not to do is reading mountains of stuff for the sake of reading it. I've suffered from a fear that I must read everything that comes across my desk because it looks relevant and I don't want to miss out on that golden nugget. But what have I discovered? A lot of the stuff was just a simple waste of time, but I justified it with, well, you never know, it might have been just what I was looking for. Now I pick a small number of journals or blogs or authors that I read, and that's it. I've stopped stockpiling stuff that I must get around to. And this really cuts out a huge amount of frustration and overwhelm that I really was suffering from. The third thing that I won't do in 2012 is that I won't take just every contract that comes along. I'm self-employed. If someone wants to hire me, I've tended to. If they're prepared to pay the fee and I believe that I can satisfy their needs, then that's fine, I would take it. But I've decided that I really need to trust my instinct a little bit more and only take on those contracts that I am passionate about and where I know that there is absolutely a good fit between me and the client. If I can't tick the passion box and I can't tick the fit box, then I move on for both their sakes. The best work happens when you're passionate about it and you know you can work together. And that is true for both the coach and indeed the client. So that's something that I'm really going to adhere to. I will only take work that I am absolutely passionate about. The fourth thing that I will not do in the year ahead is to jump in without testing. I've been guilty of this, time and time again, and I certainly have seen my clients being guilty of it. So before you launch either a new business or a new initiative or a new concept, just stand back and spend some time testing it first. The amount of time and money that you will save is huge if you test it, and view the results objectively. Don't see what you want to see. Have a clear criteria as to what determines success for the test and what doesn't it. Testing will save you time, money, frustration, and very public failure occasionally. So they're the four things that I won't do in the 12 months ahead. I truthfully believe that if I follow my own advice about those things, I will really up my game and deliver better results. If you're engaged in executive coaching, then have the discussion with your coach right now. If you're not in receipt of performance coaching, then do something about it, because we all need it, and we all need it today. Go to our site, have a look, get in touch, because it will be worth it. You will manage yourself far better to achieve the goals that you want to achieve.